Hello guys. Hello guys, can you hear me? Okay. If you can hear me, type Y in the comment section. If you can hear me, type Y in the comment section. I want to share my screen right now. So we want to look at BTC. So I'm coming. I actually attend to something. Very sorry guys for that interruption. I went for something. I'm at the office, so let's go back to uh, chat. If you can hear me, type Y in the chat box. Type Y in the chat box if you can hear me. Type Y in the chat box if you can hear me. Okay, nice. I can see that you guys can hear me. Okay, let's go back to BTC. We want to see BTC. That is the pair I want us to analyze right now. So after that, then we can look at maybe any other pair. Maybe if you want us to, if you guys want us to see other pairs, well, let me first of all send out this link so that others can join. Just exercise questions. Let me send out the link then so that others can join us. I'm gonna share the link to. I'll, Probably I will drop the Telegram link as well here so that you guys can always join the Telegram if you are not yet on my Telegram group. I wanna share the link so that others can join us. Just exercise questions, please. Exercise questions, let's others come on board. So we can actually do this together. Join guys. Let's do this together. So at intervals, I'm at the office. At intervals, at the office, and I actually be attending to some certain things. So you just have to bear with me. Yeah. So I'm just taking out my time to do this for you guys so that you can actually see what I'm doing, how my bias, the market, I'm sharing the link already so that people can join us. Alright, I think I'm done. Anyone that wish to do that will anyone that wish to join this live section should actually have the link right now. So I think I should still forward this link to some of the other. Okay, let me still give it out to some people. Alright. Alright, let's continue guys. If you can still hear me, type Y in the section but in the comment section. If you can still hear me, type Y in the comment section, please. I want to be sure I'm coming out clear. If you can still hear me, type Y in the comment section, please. Okay, let's go to analysis right now. All right. Yeah, I've actually analyzed this pair before, but I'm gonna clear this so that we'll do it together. Let me use another market. I think let's use Binance to do it. So we'll see what is actually happening in the market right now. This is BTC. Like I told you, it's BTC I want us to look at, and this is the monthly time frame right now. So what is happening on BTC? You already know BTC from the monthly time frame. You can see it is bearish, right? It is dropping. Okay, so but there are areas I call the target areas where the market is actually, or the price is actually heading to. That whenever it gets to those areas, it tends to reverse back. Understand? So uh, these are the areas you can see that. So and the price have actually meet those areas. Some of those areas, and why it is reversing right now, we're gonna see. So let me just mark out the areas of interest that price might be interested going to. So I think, yeah. So these are major area. This one is a major area. This one is a major area. So as you can see, price have actually met this area before now, and I think the target is him meeting this area, which um, he have actually dropped, but almost at this. So at this candle, so this particular candle is the target of the price of which he have actually targeted and mitigated the candle with a wick, and it mitigated almost half of the candle. So any mitigation block is and a zone is considered mitigated when almost half of the candle up is being touched by the wick or the body of a candle that actually came to mitigate it. That is the mitigated zone. So price was actually trying to come to mitigate this zone, and that was why the market have been flashing all the way to the downside ever since. So, and since they have mitigated that price, you can see what it's trying to reject right now. Now, my decision if this market will actually reverse, will it reverse? It's the weekly that will tell me if this market will reverse. Now, let's go to the weekly. Let me show you. Now, what is happening on the weekly? You can see when the price was dropping from here, it was not giving any pattern. Let's see. Let's go to the line chart. So the price was actually dropping aggressively because these are not the areas he want to come and actually mitigate. You understand? So he formed when the market gets to this price, this highest price of 120 23K. You understand? So the price formed a chart pattern there to tell you this is the zone I want to go first. So after forming that chart pattern, what happened? It formed M pattern. I also formed a head and shoulder pattern here. And after that formation, the market started crashing all the way to the downside. His target is to come and mitigate the candle that we saw here, right? Because now his target was not to come and mitigate this candle, although his target was to come and sweep this area before. Now, when he swept it, he came here and did as if it was giving a flag pattern here. And what happened? It crashed all the way back down to actually mitigate the particular candle he wanted to mitigate. And you can see the price is actually, if actually this is the last candle or the last target this price want to mitigate, that means by the end of this week we should see this W bottom formed completely. So if that is done, it means we are rallying all the way back to the upside. We are rallying to, break off this area, because you see, when the market started rallying from here, it broke every fucking resistance. And actually, so the next rally should be massive. Maybe we should be seeing BTC at 200k. If this is the target of the market, if this is the last target he has, I want to be sure that you guys are hearing me. Okay, okay, you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. So now let's continue. So if this particular candle is just the last uh target of this market, that means we should by the end of this week see this W bottom form completely. If that is not done, it means that we still have to crash back down to about here. Let's change back to our normal candle. So it means if this didn't hold, it means that we're going to crash back down to about here, because because he have mitigated this candle already, so it's gonna crash back down to about here, or this area, this candle, maybe this area, which is 25k. But this now my prayer for BTC, and I'm not sure we're gonna be getting to that level. So I think this is the major area he wanted to come to mitigate, and actually he have mitigated it. And right now we should be seeing a push to the upside. Therefore, after this week, if we're able to get a W bottom on the weekly chart, guys, go and buy BTC. Go and buy BTC. Like, buy other cryptocurrency, any cryptocurrency at all you want to buy, just go ahead to do that. So guys, that is just one I want to share with us right now. So so let's see something right now. Okay, so I hope you understand what I mean. So getting analysis right now is just maybe, for now, we are going to be using structures to get maybe our entries and prices to, decide what to do on this market. So, but if you are considering buying any crypto right now, I think you are still on the safer side, because you can see that the price have actually gotten to the area of interest. I hope we get this very clear. Okay, so that is just one of the things there. Please let me attend to my office. Let me attend to my office, guys. I'm coming. Because someone now, you don't need to make this thing outside. This thing, yeah, now, the name. Well, I don't know. I'm on that. Over the Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry for that distraction. Analyze you started. Okay, I can see you. I can see that we're gonna do that as time evolve. Let's finish with this our BTC analysis right now. So I quickly rush to get do some one other thing. So let's go back to the daily chart. As we have already seen what the thing about BTC is right now. So now you can see the daily chart. And for me, my strategy is that I should also plot some zones here, mark out some important areas because the market, whenever market gets to these areas you see I'm marking out, it will actually react. There is no two ways about it. The market will actually react. It will actually react. So now you can see that the daily charts, we can now start our analysis proper here because we are trying to get an entry. So the last break of structure is here. This is our last break of structure, right? This is our last break of structure, and this the other block which was not mitigated before the market rallied to the upside. You can see that others have been mitigated. This one mitigated, this one mitigated, but this one wasn't mitigated, and market pushed all the way back to it. So we have a block of structure there. This one is a block of structure, and this one is another block, or can call it a demand level. Yeah, let's use that term, demand. So this is the demand level. So my analysis is very very sharp, very quick, very fast, very fast. I don't waste time in my analysis. So let's narrow all this down. We are right now in the 4 hours. So let's narrow this down to 4 hours other block. You can see that 4 hours demand zone, and this is the 4 hours demand zone. Alright. So and that is the last breakup structure in 4 hours as well. So but we can now read the internal structure, the one that started pushing the market back south, which is here. This is the only breakup structure we can see here, which is this area. This area pushed the market. This is the last breakup structure to the downside. The correctional move is what we are looking at right now, and this is the resistance that the market is reacting to right now on 4 hours. So as we go down, you can still see other things. Let me come. Okay, so this is the resistance. I hope you guys are still there. Okay, okay. So this is the resistance, and the market is reacting there currently. If you look at this, we can see there is another break of structure here, but this break of structure now, there is a liquidity here. But let's go to 1 hour. This is the visible, the last visible one can see in the 4 hours, and in the 1 hour, we now have this break of structure in the 1 hour. The break of structure in 1 hour, and let's narrow down this demand to 1 hour demand zone, which is here. So we are working with what we can see immediately. That is price action for you, and this was the resistance which was broken here. So this resistance which was what which was broken. So now let's remove that resistance and look at, okay, let's go to 4 hours back to see if this place is a liquidity zone. Yeah, it is a liquidity zone. So that place is a liquidity zone in the 4 hours. So let's go back. It is a liquidity zone. And what is liquidity telling us? When we are trading the market going that particular direction, we should be more than careful. Any reaction, we should just get out from the market, because the market is eventually gonna reverse. The possibility of reversal is there at any maybe slightest what reactions. And that was why when we got these reactions, the market flies up the way back up. And the daily confirmed that, or the weekly confirmed that, the monthly confirmed even that the other block was mitigated. So let's go back to 15 minutes to see, because this is the last minute I usually use to get my entry. This is my last minute entry. So since this one is a liquidity zone, let's call it 4 hours liquidity zone. So now this there's a break, this one, and then look at where this breakup structure ended. Look at it. So it is a breakup structure because it actually, closed this candle, at least half of the candle closed below that the other one. So it is a break of structure here. So it means that the next break of structure happened here, because the other one is liquidity. So this one now happened here. So it is not here, because if you look at it, it didn't close up to half below this one. So let's just mark it out very well so you can see. Have you seen? So this is where this break of structure happened, not the other way around. So we'll place it very well. You can see it is not, this one is a sweep of liquidity. So, and you can now see this is where the break of structure, and this is the guy that caused that break of structure here, which we can now say, since this liquidity, we can now say that this place is what was a chalk. So we can now delete this because it has been what swept. This guy has swept it. So just delete it. It's off. So right now, this is where the market is right now. It's reacting to this our resistance. Although this guy, this target is where he wanted to go, and he touched that target, and he's now ranging around here. So what? Because we have gotten this change of character, that's why I'm actually pushing that BTC is going to be rallying this week, and not just this week. BTC is heading to the upside. BTC have corrected, and it's heading to the upside. This only this have, that is why I conclude that this is the only thing that gave me that conclusion. The only time I will change my bias is, now let me bring out. All these places have been mitigated. This one have been mitigated as well, up to half have been mitigated. So only here have not been mitigated up to half. So I will likely, and this guy, so I will likely draw my demand from here down to this place. The two of them have not been mitigated fully. So this is the place I'm waiting for this market to drop to. So, and there is a demand level. So I'm still waiting for this market to drop to this area. Then we should actually be heading for a buy. So you can see it's aggressively trying to drop. So, but the drop should happen to this area and will actually be targeting to the upside. But mind you, we need confirmations to enter this. If you want, you can use pending order anyway, but because this actually shows that buyers are in this market. I'm coming a minute, please. Oh, sorry for that interruption, guys. So if you want to take this pending order, let me write out the coordinate for you. Why this stop loss is this huge is because of these guys. Because the market might actually want to come and sweep these guys out, then rally all the way back up. Well, if you don't like this huge stop loss, you can say narrow it down to here, noting that if the market mitigates this zone and tries to actually maybe go more lower, you should be out from the market. So I think this is a better option, right? It is a better option. Yeah, that should be a better option. Coming, we are targeting 1:4. Let's see where 1:4 is where around here. Okay, 1:4. So let me write out the coordinates for this. The entry is sorry, the entry is 68,548.2. So if you want, you can set depending on that immediately. Plus stop loss is 760.1. Or you can just make them random numbers. 160. Let's make them random numbers. 60, 60. Yeah, yeah. So 67, comma 58,000. So my TP are targeting 1:4. TP is 71,700. So 700. So this is the coordinates if you wanna take this pending order. So market the BTC is gonna be flying back to the upside, which is the USDT. All right, you can screenshot this, then you know go ahead to take that entry. So that is what we have on BTC. So what do you think? What do you think? Let me see. What do you think in the comment section? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Drop whatever you think in the comment section. I'm coming. Do you think the market will actually I'm back, guys? So do you think the market will actually drop back to this our point of interest, this our zone, then rally? Or do you think it's gonna drop lower, or do you think it will not drop at all? It's gonna fly all the way. So is the market have that to say anyway? Yeah, market have the final say. All right, someone said US started. Okay, let's look at US started. I think that should be the last analysis we're gonna do, right? Or do you want us to look at another pair after US started? Do you want us to look at another pair? Do you want us to look at another pair? Drop in the comment section. Would you want after you start it, or someone dropped to check your start it? After you start it, do you want us to look at another pair, or just your start is okay? You start it. Okay, this is your start it. As always, we'll go back to the monthly chart. It's like I've done analysis on the before, so let's just remove that. So you can see also to the upside, it's pushing all the way to the upside. So this is your starter, right? This year started. So would you want us to see another pair after this year started? Drop in the comment section. Or this should be the last pair we're gonna be looking at. Right. Oh, shit. Don't worry. As time goes on, uh, our analysis will just be straightforward. When we just start analysis, we just do it straightforward, no distractions and all those more. And I think probably maybe we'll be shifting it in the evening time so that during evening times I used to have more chance. You understand? I used to have the more have more time at the office during evening time. So maybe during evening times after today, next anytime we're gonna have any life again, it should be during evening time. Yeah, is that correct? So during evening times, we can now do our analysis straight up, no disturbance, no distraction. So someone says you started, that's why, and someone said let us look at gold. Okay, let's finish with USDT, then we'll look at gold. So you can see that USDT is pushing all the way to the upside, right? So as always, we mark out our the zones the market is actually targeting. His target, this one is a minor target. So this is the major target. So for USDT, that is it on the monthly. And let's go to the weekly to see and what is the weekly saying. This one is a minor target. Please let's reduce that to a minor target. So it has actually dropped into this minor target. Dropped into this minor target. Then if we go to the line chart to see, we can see that there is what a left shoulder and a head. If we can look at it vividly, sef, we can see that it is like a head and shoulders on the weekly, right? A left shoulder, right shoulder, but the right shoulder is very, very thin, and the head. So, and that was what is dropping this market to the downside. And currently, there is no other thing forming here that is telling us that this market might reverse to the upside soonest. Can you see that, guys? Can you see that? So, possibly we are trading to the downside. But as we are trading to the downside, does it mean that we cannot trade to the we can't trade to the upside? at some certain point. We can trade to the upside because the upside will not be a correctional move, then the major move should be what? The downside. So if it corrects, now it will use momentum to flash back to the downside. You understand? So it's we are seeing a correctional move right now. If you see the line chart, so we are on a correctional move. Nothing major maybe trend continuation haven't started. No, it haven't until we see the trend here, until we see a counter, just as we saw in BTC. Here, that is the time we can now say yes, we are confident that we are flying back. But we already know that your starting is going to the upside, but currently your starting is dropping. There is no two ways about it. So we are dropping. So most of our trade on dropping, it will be a longer trade than selling than moving to the upside. So each time we're moving to the upside, what this thing is telling us, anytime we're moving to the upside, we should just be aware that it's just scalps and scalps and scalps. But whenever we're dropping, it should be a massive rally to the downside. So I hope you understand that. So that is my strategy for you. So let's go to the daily to see what the dailies have to say. You can even see even in the daily there is no chart pattern for correctional to the upside. That means any push to the upside is just a correctional push. So the major move is to the downside, right? Okay, let's see. Uh, excuse a minute, a minute, guys. Coming. Just as you guys already know, if you so so continue. Let's continue. So now you can see this is the daily chart. So as always, we mark out our levels. This you can see that is even the place that this guy is bouncing off right now. So all these areas are areas of reactions. Whenever market gets to those areas, it's either it reacts there or it breaks it through, then come back to retest it again. These things you see I'm mark out. I'm marking out. So that is why it's important. So it also tell us where to take profit. You understand? So for me, do you know what I usually use them for? Whenever market breaks it, I will relax and wait for the market to push back to that area. If it push there, I will start waiting for confirmation. Once confirmation comes, I enter the market. So that is how I use these areas. So let's see as we are going south for now. The first breakup structure. We have our breakup structure. This is a breakup structure, but this breakup structure now is a liquidity breakup structure, but it has been swept. The liquidity have been swept by this one, this candle. This candle swept that liquidity. Yeah, this one that pushed back south swept that liquidity. So we can say consider it because we are going south. We can consider it as a resistance. So here is a resistance. All power belongs to the south for now, and you started. So if you are who you that say we should look at your start, I hope you are following up. So this is what is happening on your start right now. So a very quick one. Let's do that and check good. Then we are done, right? Yeah, it should be done with gold. After looking at it, you can see this is the peak of the resistance, and that was what this market. Okay, look at this area. Did it mitigate up to half of that red candle? No, haven't been mitigated. So it's possible we are still coming up to mitigate almost half of this bearish candle. So this target might actually be where the market will start flashing all the way back to the downside. So this is a breakup structure. It's a breakup structure here. So you can see I'm doing it from the immediate breaks of structures, not far away stuff. No. So all these ones are liquidity areas. I don't count them as, for me, I don't count them, although it has been swept to this guy just came to sweep all this liquidity to the upside, but it still need to push all the way up to the side. So US 30, we are still expecting more push to the upside on US 30 using this structure we are looking at here. So, and that push might actually end on this area or end at the main resistance zone. Sometimes it push into this resistance zone, then drop back into this zone, then give another conversion there before it now start massive drop to the downside. So that's how sometimes these things work. So, but these are liquidity. These are liquidity which have been swept. It is not a normal breakup structure. This is not a normal breakup structure. It's a liquidity and it's 4 hours liquidity set. So let's go to the 1 hour to see. Does it mean we cannot mark out maybe breakup structures there? The answer is no. But what it's telling us is that as we are following it, marking out those breakup structures and all those things, the market will flash always back to sweep all those liquidity. You can see the flash, you can see it. It flash back, and this happened on, I think it happened on BTC, and yes, it happened on BTC, but BTC only was that it wasn't engineering of liquidity that caused his own. His own was that he mitigated a very nice support from a very nice other block. So that is why BTC's own case is different. But this guy, he actually mitigated this minor target. He actually came to this minor target. But the major reason why this guy have to swing to the upside is these liquidities that we are resting here. So I have the last breakup structure here, the 1 hour here, US. Then if we go to the 15 minutes, let's see if we have another breakup structure. So in the 15 minutes, we have this last breakup structure here. So like I said, it's like we almost have the same thing with BTC here. But you already know that the pushing up of this one is to go and mitigate that resistance that it left behind. So there is no much so thing that he will be doing to the upside like that. So, but will he still, is he supposed to still push to the upside? The answer is yes. So we can mark out here as our what? Change of character, right? So what next? We can now mark out um can now mark out this our demand zone, or we'll call it other block. So this other block is what we are waiting for. So if the market can actually pull it back down to this other block, then we have rally to the upside. So guys, this is what I'm seeing on your start. What do you think? What do you think? If the market is going south, does it mean it will not go up? The answer is no. Market is not linear. So our target is supposed to be here, but I will place it here because this is another zone that is very vital. So it might just come there as just it resisted it. It might just sweep and come up there and actually resist back, but it's supposed to actually enter into this resistance. But that is market for you, whatever you want. So I'm going to write out this coordinate for this buy on your starting a minute. I'm back. So, and you also know that this trading of a thing is all about patience. You have to wait and wait. There are some days you will not even get any entry to the market because you have to wait for the market to come. If you do otherwise on your own, so you say the entry. What do you guys think? Let me check the comment section. What do you guys think? Let me check the comments. What do you guys think? Okay, okay. You're following. If you are following, if you are following, drop F in the comment section. If you are following, drop F in the comment section. So we have the entry at 45,355, right? 45,000, 35 random number plus that's 45 027 45,000 027. Then our TP is at 46. But this is approximately 1 is to 4. So let's do it 1 is to 4, please. Let's do it 1 is to 4. It is more than 1 is to 4. So let's just narrow it down to 1 is to 4. 1 to 4. So yeah. So that is 1 is to 4. And that should be 46, 43, 46, 667, 667. Okay, so this is what we have on US 30. What do you think? Drop F in the comment section if you are following. Drop F in the comment section. So this is what we have. You can screenshot that on your starting. This is what we have on your starting. So someone say let's look at gold. Okay. And that should be our last pair to look at today. Drop F in the comment section if you are following. Drop F in the comment section. I want to be sure you guys are following. Drop F in the comment section if you are following. If you are following what we are doing, drop F in the comment section. Drop F in the comment section if you are following. I want to be sure we are following. Drop F in the comment section. I am a newbie here. Welcome, welcome, newbie, welcome. Drop F in the comment section if you are following. Newbie, welcome. Yeah, just continue to follow up. You understand everything very clear. It's very simple now. Because I think I usually say what we look at, how we do it, and everything. So as you follow up, you actually understand. So drop F in the comment section if you are following. I want to be sure. Okay. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that F in the comment section. All right. So let's look at gold. Someone says let's. That is uh, HS and Abu said we should look at gold. So let's go to gold right now. So let's look at gold right now. So these are coordinate on your starting, and I think that's it. So we have done BTC, we've done your starting. Right now we want to do gold. So just follow gradually, and you see newbie, you understand everything. Very simple, very straightforward. The strategy and is very simple, very simple. You can attest to that gold. So let's look at gold right now. Let's use forex.com. Okay. So always as a newbie, what we do is when we come to the chart, we go to the monthly time frame to see the overall direction of the market. And you can see the overall direction of this market is to the downside, but currently we are pushing south. So let's clear the chart of anything that is there. So you can see since gold started since 1997, you can see since Friday 1997 where my chart is. See, gold has been rallying to the upside. Imagine rallying. Assuming anyone that bought gold as at the time it was at that price, is a very millionaire. So gold even dropped to $20. Imagine. Okay, no, not how much is this? Okay, $200. Okay, the last price of gold when it started was 200. Where it dropped to was $200. Wow. And ever since then, see where we are at 4K because of this drop. Because we have already gotten to 5K and above. So what do we have to do? Since there are no areas that are more visible here except this major zone, except this major zone, except this major zone, what are we gonna do? What we're gonna now start doing is using psychological numbers. Well, either we'll call it psychological numbers or call it random numbers. I hope you guys are still following. I hope you guys are still following. So it's either we use psychological, so I'll call it random or psychological number. So this one should be 4,750. Another one, another psychological number is 4,500. 4,500. They are random numbers. Another random number, 4,250. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm saying it as if we're wasting time. So, but okay, let's do it. 4,250. And the last one is 4K. So it is evident that gold 4K. So these are the ones that are viable for us. So it is evident that gold wanted to drop into what is it called? This zone. So but let's go to the weekly to see if we are going to drop to 4K. So the weekly will tell us. Go to the line chart to see. Obviously, obviously, the place we are right now is a strong zone which acted as a support. It acted as a resistance before, which is here. When it resisted the price back down, then it broke it and acted as a support. So it is a very strong support. 4,250 is a very nice support because there is no visible chart pattern we can see here, right? So we now go with what the break and retest of structures. So now gold is done and they have met that particular area. We'll switch back to candle. Have you mitigated? Yes, we have mitigated 4,000 what? 4,250. So I think this is the hallmark he's looking for. So let's go to the daily to see. So on the daily, we can see that we don't have any other thing here, but only these zones, only these zones, only these zones. So let's just mark out our areas of interest here, which is where he's pointing from right now. Here, all these areas, when market gets to them, he does what? He reacts. So these guys are minor zones, except this one and this one. So, but these ones are minor zones. If we look at the moon, you can see very well that they are what? These ones are now minor zones. So let's just switch them back to minor zones. So they are minor zones because the market have pierced them twice. So, but because of this major zone, he pierced and he rejected it back. So let's go back to the daily. All right. So we should be looking at gold. Because of this support, if you look at it, after that, a resistance, you broke it and retested it, acted as a support. So it's, it's a support. Look at broke. So it's a support zone. So this is a very strong support zone. So, well, nevertheless, let's see. This is the last break of structure. We are looking at the daily chart, which is a liquidity. So this one is a liquidity as well. So this was the last, and this was the change of character. So if we're looking at this way, you can see moving up. You can see this is the last breakout structure to the upside. Let's read it that way so that we can actually get the best zones. So this is a change of character here. This is a change of character here because this one is what? A BOS. So now this change of character, this is the resistance. So we are coming all the way back up here. Maybe this market wanna come back. And if you before you do that, if we're able to see chart pattern here, that means gold will continue its rally from this place it is right now. As for him to rally all the way back into this place. With this, let's reject him the third time because I have rejected it the first one, second time. Will he come back and reject the third time? Who knows? The market go talk wetin you want do. So this is what we have on go right now. That is the resistance. So or you can say the supply zone. That is the supply zone for gold. So 4 hours, narrow this thing back to here. So on 4 hours, it's like we are seeing something like W there. So all trends begins from small lower time frames to do what to mature. So when it matures, it will not show its hands on the higher time frame. So all trends begin from what lower time frame to show their hands. So that is why we go all the way south like that. So now this is another break of structure here from the 4 hours. So you can now see that we now start seeing some structures from what lower time frames. Cost of gold, the nature of asset it is. So this is another resistance. So this another supply zone. So if you ask me, gold should rally into this supply zone or this supply zone should rally back into them. If not, if not, it means if we reject back, we are dropping back to 4K. If we are not rallying back, if this particular zone here 4-5 is not taken out, is 4-5 is not taken out, then and there is rejection here at 4-5, that means we are dropping to 4K. That but if we take out this 4-5, that means we are rallying back into 7-4-7, which is this supply. And if we take it out, that means we are rallying back into 5 something. So that is just what you can see on gold. So let's just go back. This is 1 hour, and let's narrow this to supply zone for me. Okay, this is the supply zone, and this is the break of structure. So since then, it has been liquidity upon liquidity, even from the 1 hour time frame. So you need to clear off all these liquidities. You need to clear off all this liquidity. Look at liquidity everywhere. So you need to clear off all this liquidity, which you have cleared. This one here have been cleared. So which gave us this break of structure. So what liquidity help us to know is when we are trading to a particular direction and there is liquidity that the market need to go and clear. Trading to that your direction should be very careful until that liquidity is being cleared. Then you now be sure that the market will continue that direction is going. So all these liquidity that are resting everywhere go supposed to go higher, supposed to go clear them like this one. This one have not been cleared. Look at it. This liquidity have not been cleared. This liquidity. So when it clears and entered into 545, then we'll see. So now go to 15 minutes. This is a broker structure, and this is the guy that calls the broker structure here, right? So we can say there is a change of character here. Change of character here. Here. So and the market is reacting from this zone. These places I told you that market usually drop to and reverse. So you see it's reacting here. So we are looking at the market to do what? To break. If we are able to take out this 4-5, then definitely we are going into the supply zone. And if we take it out, we are going over to the other supply zone, which might actually, but before it happens, it is not gonna be a day job. You know that. So waiting for gold right now. Since this is the last, so well, we should be waiting for gold around this other block. Around this other block. So this is where we should be waiting for gold to come back into. Then we can now attempt to see if we're gonna be rallying to the upside massively. But even where it is right now, it can even start rallying massively to the upside. It is asset, it is gold. Don't argue with him. It is gold. Whatever he likes, he do. You understand? Whatever he likes, he do. So it's either it draws back to this zone, this or probably this zone, and start rallying up to the back to the upside, or he just continue as he is rallying already. You can see this breaker block is where it's running from. Look at it. This breaker block, you can see that is the area is rallying from. So this breaker block and as well swing him to the moon, to this supply zone. You understand? So that is it on gold. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, so that is what is evidently visible on the three assets we have actually analyzed, and happy that we have done so far on this. If you're not subscribed to this channel, just click that subscribe button so that whenever I go live, even if I don't share link, you can actually see that I'm live and you can actually come and join the live class, or maybe I drop another video or anything information, you will be one of them that will actually see it first. All right, guys, that is my time. Um, let's see you later. Bye for now. Let's sign off.